Kyren, congratulations. A thought on the match and how you you played really well, didn't you? Where you pulled away from 7-5.
Yeah, it was a bit of a strange one. It felt like from early on we were pinching frames off each other that we should have won. It set the tone when I did it to Jamie first frame, and then I went 40 ahead and he needed a snooker in the second and pinched it off me, and it just felt like it sort of just followed in that suit from then on. I felt like I played quite well to end up 5-3 out of that session. Came back in the morning session today. Felt like Jamie was struggling a little bit for some reason. You know, maybe he was a little bit burnt out from all the snooker he's played, and just felt like I pulled away and was very pleased with 11-5 advantage going into tonight.
He said he struggled. He felt you froze him out. He wasn't really feeling it, and he felt you also your game's gone up a level just generally, not just in that match.
Yeah, that's very complimentary of him, and I am starting to believe that myself. You have to keep putting in the performances now, and this is my third back-to-back quarter-final here, so that speaks volumes for how much my game has improved. And I do genuinely believe that I belong where I am, and I've worked very hard. I'm very dedicated, and I keep my feet on the ground, and you reap the rewards when you do the right things.
The one negative was the problem you appeared to have with your tip. Remember last year against John Higgins we had a problem as well. I mean, what's the situation with it?
Yeah, so it's taken a big chunk out of my tip. I use one side of my cue where I line up down the arrows, and that was exactly where the chunk has come out of. So I can see it when I'm down on the shot, so it's got to be changed. Luckily for me, it happened at a very good time if it was ever going to happen at the end of the match. I learned from last year's mistake with John Higgins, and straight after this Masters final this year, I actually changed my tip, took it off and preserved it just in case this happened again. So, I'm very confident that I have one that's ready to go on and that's bedded in, that I'm confident in.
Because this is the problem, isn't it? It can take a while to get these tips to bed in.
Yeah, that's what I found out last year. I put a brand new one on against John, and anything with side, I was just absolutely hopeless. So with this one, it's already bedded in. I know how it plays. It got me to a Masters final, so very pleased that I made that decision.
Well, let's hope that works from your point of view. But now, of course, taking on Mark Allen.
Yeah, taking on Mark Allen. A very tough match, very good match player. I'm definitely going to be up against it against Mark. He beat in the Masters final. Excuse me. But certainly a match that I'll enjoy.
What did you learn from that Masters final against him?
Not too much really. It was obviously nice to have the belief that I can do it in one of the big three, reach the final, and I just kept sort of throwing a couple of dodgy frames in, and you just can't do that against somebody of the class of Mark Allen. He punishes you. So the task is simple: don't throw in them silly frames.
But we saw his performance against Joe Perry. He played really well there, didn't he? It was almost like a message to everybody else that he's on it.
I didn't see it, to be honest. I'm trying not to watch too much of the snooker. You obviously see the scores going around, and no surprise that he's in the quarterfinals. He's had a good season. Obviously winning the Masters, and it's going to be a tough match. He's had a good season, so have I.
In terms of coming here, you'll say to me that you can believe you can win the tournament, which clearly you can. But does it feel like a more open tournament now? We've seen a lot of the top players go out. We saw Ronnie O'Sullivan go out today as well. Does it feel like the draw has opened up a bit?
No, not really. I've just said in another interview that they're over the best of 19 frames and the best of 25 frames. If you can't come out on top over that distance of match, then you are the player that's underperforming at that time. So the players that have come through have been there and done it before. They're all very experienced players. So no, I don't feel like it's opened up at all. I feel like it's just as tough as it was when it began. And
you've not had any argy-bargy, have you, and elbows in matches before?
You're trying to get me to say something, aren't you? No, I haven't. No, I'm just a very loving guy. I think I should have been born in the 90s. Peace and all that sort of thing.
No my games for you then.
No, none from me. I'm a good boy.
Betfred, proud sponsor of the World Snooker Championship.